Hey guys, what's going on? Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. Somebody's honking a horn, I guess, right? Yep. So it is a kind of a cool day in Detroit. It kind of feels like September. Kind of weird. So yeah, there's a lot going on. I don't know how long this is going to be today. We'll see how long Spirit goes. Yeah. Hi, Laura. If you're live, say hello. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to my channel and please like the videos. Please leave a little comment, even if it's just hi Bill or an emoji, because YouTube will use those algorithms to send Coaching for the Soul around the planet. So it's kind of cool. Yes. So, a lot of astrology stuff going on. There is some other things going on that Spirit wants to talk about. Hi, Nancy. When it comes to our ascension. Oh, dying of thirst today. It's crazy. Hi, Haley. And we'll talk about all the cool stuff that's next. And yeah, there's a lot going on. Life's changing really fast. What's funny is a lot of people are being activated right now. And it is hilarious. Not hilarious, but it's different because they don't know what the hell's going on. So I'm going to talk about that too. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Am I sick? No. Why? Do I sound sick? Allergies. Yep. Got my shots yesterday, but, there's a lot out there. Yeah. But do I sound sick? I hope not. Do I look sick? I don't think so. Might sound sick. I feel, stuff in my sinuses. Yeah. But anyway, we will, I'll talk about that a little bit. And we'll see what's going on with everybody. Yeah. Got some codependency stuff to talk about. And so we're going to talk about that. And yeah, some pretty cool stuff. We'll see how long it wants to go. That's the way it is. That's the way it is now. Hey, Kathy. Yeah, the way it is now. I don't, I just channel. It's like, yeah. I've been really tired for the last year, I'd say, right? Everybody is. But now I've had headaches for the past week. And that's ascension symptoms, right? And trying to get more sleep, which is hard with the girl, So, yeah. So first of all, how did everybody do with the Mars-Uranus conjunction? Did you kick people away? Hey, Jamie. Did you move people out of your life? Did you find people? Hey, Sherry. Did you disband with people?
Okay, I found this on the web for Would You Did You. Check it out.
Hi, thanks. That's my Apple tablet. Hey, Deb. Yeah. So much energy is always in my house, right? It's kind of weird. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Yeah. I don't even pay attention to it when it comes on anymore. Yeah. Yeah. But that's my train of thought. Hang on. He's funny because we were talking about, like, well, then don't talk on the laptop. Okay, so the Mars-Uranus conjunction is about pushing people away that no longer serve. Okay, good for you, Laura. Good for you. Yes, and it ended yesterday, but the energy goes until the 20th. Okay, just before the Capricorn new moon, the Capricorn full moon. That's gonna be intense as hell. So you guys have to pay attention to that. If you have your birth chart, see where Capricorn is at, which house it's in, and that will be the house that is most impacted by the full moon on the 21st, which I believe is Sunday. But if you want to know, and guess what? Pre-Mercury Retrograde shadow is now in session. Okay, it is in Virgo. I believe it's Virgo first, and then it slides back into Leo. So that's gonna be intense. And there's also some Venus stuff going on, which I tried to remember, and I kind of tried to look it up, and they wouldn't give it to me. So I'm like, okay, but I know there's some things going on with that. and Mars is getting ready. No, Uranus is getting ready to when it is, the Mars and Uranus conjunction is moving onward, right? And Mars is going one way, and Uranus is going another way, and Uranus is going to have a big transit conjunction, I believe in 2 more weeks or 3 more weeks, in the middle of Mercury retrograde. So Mercury retrograde is from August the 4th till the 24th. I think it's the 24th. Don't buy anything big, right? Unless you check the contract. Again, cars, houses, boats, things like that. Nothing big. There's going to be all kinds of interruptions with energy. Okay, you're going to get frustrated, even more so than you did with the Mars and Uranus. Okay, it's going to be pretty intense. And it's we're already in pre-shadow, right? So pre-shadow is usually 2 weeks before, and then after it's done, it's 10 days before it starts to really wane. Yeah. So August is going to be kind of a up and down kind of month, right? But there's going to be lots of abundance in August. So do not allow your energy, your vibration to lessen. Okay? There's lots of abundance coming the next 2 weeks and then the 4 weeks of August. So don't let up. Okay? Just, again, get used to that energy, get used to the interruptions, because there's going to be interruptions, right? I called doctor's offices a week ago, a dentist and a doctor's, and they've yet to get back to me. And I'm like, okay. Okay, now I get it, because it's the pre-shadow and the whole Mars and Uranus thing. So I get it. But take your time, Spirit says. Take your time in the next 6 weeks to take care of yourself, to understand yourself, he says, and to really embrace who you are. All right? As we embrace who we are, those retrogrades, those transits, those conjunctions, they don't affect us as bad. All right? And it's all about us to make sure that we name it what it is, right? And it's Mercury retrograde, and blow it off. It's Mercury retrograde, blow it off. Okay, this Mercury retrograde, so I got to make sure that I just sent a fax to somebody, or I just sent an email to somebody. I got to make sure that they know it, or that they got it, and that I know that they've gotten it, right? And that's super, super important. Super important. Because if you're doing anything business-wise, you can absolutely, if you're not paying attention, you can absolutely muck something up, okay? I learned that years ago, decades ago, that you really have to be on point to make sure that if you send somebody something, and also watch what you text to people. Everybody's going to be angry, so they'll take that text in a different way, and they'll come back at you, So it isn't worth it. It isn't worth it. Text as little as you can. If you're doing it to your friends and family, stuff like that, just watch what you put. Just watch what you put, because we can be. Again, I truly believe this. When we text someone, there's energy attached to that from us. It's not just a WTF thing, right? No. If I'm sending you a text with meaning, right, or intention, then that energy is attached to that text, because it's energy, right? And energy flows. We all know that, right? I mean, it just does. And that other person may be in the wrong place at the wrong time, or not ready for that text because they're rushing, because they're frustrated, because of all kinds of different things. So just make sure for the next 6 weeks, maybe 7 weeks, if you have to, you'll feel it. You'll feel it let up. I believe it starts in Virgo and retrogrades back into Leo. And so, again, find out where Virgo and Leo land in your birth chart, because that's the birth chart that part of the birth chart that's going to affect. It truly is. All right. Again, PamGregory.com if you want a free one, right? Just put in your date, your date of that you were born. If you know the time you were born, it's fantastic. If you don't, just set it on 12 p.m., right? Because that's the majority of a day that we're awake, right? And also the city you were born in and state. And it will print out a birth chart and explanations underneath it on what planets are where. So you can really get a good idea of okay, when I talk about that, when somebody else talks about that, when you hear it on YouTube, whatever, you can absolutely understand why my partner's all upset. Understand why my child is right now is a maniac. It helps a lot because the more you know, right? You can prepare yourself for it, especially as we go through this major time of transformation. I mean, I've had three people text me this week that have said that I haven't seen in 5 years, 6 years, right? Okay, so Bill, what's going on? Because you know what? And they give me a blah, 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 blah. And they're clueless about this transformation. And so this kind of goes back to what Spirit always says, right? We have to be the ones who, as the muggles get activated, when their life starts to shift, that who they looking to? People that they know, number one, who are connected. People, number two, who are assimilating, going through that transformation, or just their friends, maybe family members, stuff like that kind of does cards or whatever, kind of for a fun kind of thing. And 9 times out of 10, oops, sorry, baby, they'll know exactly what you're talking about. If they don't, Google it. Text me. They're going to text you, right? Be ready, because your white light is going to be massive. It's going to be absolutely piercing, especially as we get closer to the end of the year. So don't be surprised if people start reaching out and asking you questions about what is going on, because I don't understand it. The muggles do not get it. I mean, one of the guys, he's totally just oblivious. Can you help me understand this? Because my life is turning upside down and I don't know why. It's happening for everybody, right? Everybody. Okay. Now, Spirit told me this week, that we really have to be conscious of, the information that we're getting. More people are going to start hearing. More people are going to start seeing, meaning seeing the text in their head, right? I see words. I see books. They talk to me in my head space, right? It can be all at the same time, 2, 3, 4 things at the same time. People are talking to me, things like that. So there's gonna be more of that from now until the end of the year and into 2025, big time. So be prepared again, right? And I don't want you to naysay it, right? Don't naysay it. Talk to your guides. So Spirit, did you just say to me, hey, what's going on? Or it would be somebody who's passed away. It could be, again, it could be a guide that you, all of a sudden you're watching TV or you're on your phone, and all of a sudden you see a sentence in your head and you're reading it, blah, 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 blah. And you go, Spirit, what, did I just read that in my head? What is that about? Ask those questions, okay? They're trying to get you to pay attention. They're trying to get you, first off, not to try so freaking hard. Just let it happen. I don't know what's up with this freaking thing, but I'm not digging that at all, with the thumbs up thing. It's all about relaxing and making... Now Alexa wants to talk. Really? Can you just, shut them down? Oh, man. The dog just looked up like, who's that talking? It's Alexa. Just making sure that you are open, not trying so hard. I'm doing this now. Not trying so hard, to hear them, to get them to intervene with you, to have a conversation with you. Stop. That energy is third dimension, and you're like, I'm trying to hear my mother after they passed, right? Oh my God, no, stop. She doesn't ever say anything to me. I never get an answer. Well, then stop trying. Just do it off the cuff. Again, third dimensional energy is heavy energy. Like mist on a field. Fifth dimensional energy is above the field, right? Or again, you're growing corn or alfalfa or something on a farm, right? And that mist, that haze kind of hugs the top of the plant because of the water that comes up from the ground, okay? So fifth dimension is above that. Even though it's mist, it's still rain, it's still heavy, it's still concentrated. So try to be as open as you possibly can, because they're going to take you, I know, they're going to take you from F, okay, the letter F, to R, like that. You'll be here, and then you're going to be there. Here, and then there. And you're going to have to be conscious of that, because the energy is wonky right now. It is really wonky. You've got all kinds of stuff from Mercury Retrograde, all kinds of energy from Mars and Uranus, and there's a Venus transit in there. I don't know where it's at, but Mars and Uranus were in Taurus. Mercury Retrograde is in Leo and Virgo. Well, there's two Earth signs right there, right? Continual, and I believe that Venus is in Taurus also. If I'm not mistaken, okay? So there's all kinds of Earth energy. Why? Because we're leaving the Earth. We're absolutely moving into fifth dimensional energy, and them chimes ain't rang all day. Pretty good. Fifth dimensional energy is much lighter, and when we are the mist, right? When we're trying really hard, stop trying. Stop trying. And it's so hard for us to do because if I don't try, I won't get it. That's third dimensional, right? And then when you get to that place of 5D, and all of a sudden you have to participate in the 5D. You have to participate in your life again. I got that about 2.5, 3 weeks ago. Okay, Bill, it's time to buy lottery tickets. Okay. You got to participate in this now. You told me not to. So, okay, I'll buy lottery tickets now. Okay? So, haven't won anything. Don't expect to now. But that could change Friday. That could change tomorrow night. Right? It can happen any place, anytime. The ancient money's coming. I'm telling you guys, the ancient money is coming. And it has to come for 5D. Because you're going to be pulled away from your traditional job into doing seminars, like Spirit has talked about this before, doing seminars and doing all kinds of different things that you never thought you would do because your throat chakra is always stopped. It's always shut down. Because as children, I need to see you but not hear you. Or anything else that our parents would say to us, or our grandmothers or our grandfathers or whatever, right? To put us in our place, all right? That's part of the codependency. So we have this worldwide group of humans who they've learned not to speak unless spoken to, and that means they've taken away their power, right? So it means that now Spirit is reintroducing our fifth dimensional energy, our fifth dimensional power, and we're having a hard time speaking. You have to speak out loud. You have to speak out loud, right? And the more that you speak out loud to your guides, your throat chakra gets clear. So when they want to help you, and you recognize they're trying to help you, and you speak, you believe it. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. You have to understand they're there all the time. And they, again, the only reason that you're not hearing them or seeing them or having it in your third eye or whatever, because you are trying too hard. And that's third dimensional. And that's our ego. Ego is going to do that to sabotage. Every time you go to do that, it's going to sabotage. You got to be freaking chill. Do your guided meditations twice a week. Got to. Got to. Only way to keep your vibration high is to meditate. Been there, done that. Because when you start to truly feel light and fluffy, you have to do guided meditations because we live in a third dimensional world still. And there's a lot of stuff that's coming, right? A lot of stuff that's going to probably freak some of us out with the election, with the beginning of 2025, okay? And politics right now is a cluster. And even if you don't watch TV, you feel the energy. It's going to feel the energy. And it's not positive energy. It is WTF energy, all right? So, especially what happened on Saturday, okay, last weekend. You just have to understand that you gather that energy, and if you don't do guided meditations, you cannot lose that energy. Easily, I should say. It's not easily released because human has not yet learned how to let it pass through. True. Our body attracts it. Because in our DNA, it's basically states from 12,000 years or more ago, right? Our DNA is shifted. Totally shifted. And is already encoded. So as this new ancient DNA is reborn, let's say, that comes to the surface, as it's already doing, which one wins? How long does it take you? Again, they give us a certain amount of time to transform, right? And if we do it quicker, because we're conscious, because we pay attention, take the pressure off ourselves to not need to, again, hear or see, that's ego. 100% ego. They can sabotage, let's just say, ego will sabotage you every step of the way. The blessing is, on the other side of the coin, is the fact that as we get to 2025 and 2026, ego shifts for most people from a negative to a positive. And then it kind of disappears because it's a third dimensional instinct. Okay? So as we go forward in this year, stay conscious. And when I say that, you guys have to understand what consciousness is. It is setting intentions, putting them out there to the universe, right? Being conscious of the energy that you carry, being conscious of just attention, paying attention to it. Again, making lists so that you follow what you need to get done in a day, because as you ascend, your freaking mind it's just blown. You can float through a 12-hour day like that, not with a blink of an eye. Because the ascension process right now is so intense. Again, remember, we are moving at 1,000 times quantum energy. That's crazy. It's the 18th of July already. What the hell happened? It's gone already, right? So we have to really pay attention to that and to ourselves. And why am I tired, Bill? Well, drinking enough water, eating enough real food, getting enough sleep? No. Well, guess what? Hate to be you, because you could have slipped through it, right? And then they're going to do something drastic to get your butt where it's got to be. And you're just becoming sick. If you don't pay attention to your body, you are going to get some type of influenza. You're going to get some kind of something that won't put you in the hospital, but it'll put you on your back on the couch for a week. And what a worse time of year to be on the couch for a week, when you can't even breathe, when you can't even keep food down. There's all kinds of things that they are able to put on us to get us to take time off, to get us to just lay down and just watch TV, right? Just get us to lay down and watch a movie, whatever it is. I did that last week, I think 3 times, and Daisy was loving that stuff in the afternoon. Because I was so tired and I wanted to take a nap, but of course she's going to let me take a nap. She's going to be all up on my neck, right, licking me, which I don't like dog licks, but I let her do my arms and my hands because she wants to show me how much she loves me. I get that, right? But Daddy doesn't really have that. Yeah, I love you, honey. I give you hugs and kisses, but I don't need to be licked back. But I accept that, right? Because she's showing me how much she loves me. Trying to take a nap. I never take naps in the middle of the day. Never. Last week I wanted to take 3. Today I could take another nap. It's just the energy is so uplifting and it is so transformational and it is taking, I know, Spirit says, and it's taking your guts and moving them all over the place. And it's true. It's true. We have to allow the transformation. And as we do that, we change. But I will guarantee you, right now, you're going to lose friends. And if you don't lose friends, we're going to have a conversation. Not that damn thing I forgot. Yeah. All right? It's your codependency. And Spirit has told me a month and a half ago, whenever I started my journey on that, right? That it's the last blockage to ascension. It's your last blockage to ascension. I went, well, that makes sense. It's a tough one. But if you start the process now, it's not going to be that tough. You will move faster in ascension because you're letting stuff go and recognizing who you are. All of us are codependent. Our parents made us that way. Third dimension made us that way. Why? To protect us. I need you to be with me a lot because you protect me and I protect you. The tribe. Well, Mars and Uranus are about breaking the tribe up, being individuals, to be able to be led into our ascension. It's kind of like a guy will never go up to a group of females or males that are right, gay guys, stuff, whatever, and because their ego will be shattered. They're not going to pick one woman out to buy a cocktail for. Not going to happen. But when she's by herself, guess what? He can say hello to her. He can get the vibe away from the girls, things like that. It's the same thing with our friends. In this situation, they have to get us alone so that we'll actually allow them to help us with ascension. No more peanut gallery. No more friends and family. No. See, you have to have that time of allowance, Spirit says. You have to have the time of allowance. And if you don't have that time for allowance, what happens really is, I know, he just went, we'll freaking kick your butt. Straight out, we'll kick your butt. Because the need is becoming more and more, Spirit says. The need is becoming more and more. There's more and more people that need to be guided. Need to be guided. And it's only going to increase, guys. 335 million in the United States alone. Right? 9 million in Southeast Michigan. A lot of people. A lot of people. And they're all coming on at different times, just like you. Just like me. So it's super important that we are conscious, that we're paying attention to our bodies, that we're paying attention to how much water we drink. They're paying attention to how much, if you're eating whole foods, good food, right? That works with your body, whatever it is. And getting rid of and removing some of the things that you eat, some of the things that you drink. Because as we go through this process, your guts change. Your guts change. And I know. I'm up in freaking, we have a way up there. Hang on. Man. Spirit, what is that? I'm like fluffy right now. I'm in 5D 100%. But it feels different. Ringing in my ears are really loud. Interesting. This is the second day in a row. Lemurians. They're ready to meet you. Okay. Cool. Here or there? Both. And others are coming too. So I don't know. Others are coming too. More than one perspective. More than one perspective. More than one channel. Okay. Okay. Many of the people that watch this are going to travel to Andromeda times, and also Sirius. Awake or asleep, both. Ascensions from their home. Ascensions from their home where they feel safe. Another reason why we need them we need to get them away from others. Alone. I was walking the dog yesterday, and we were just, I don't know how many buildings down, and it was Lemuria, and I was like, okay, and I was like dizzy like I am now. Man, it's wild. Okay, so Spirit's going to move that out. Because he can feel that I'm uncomfortable. It's like, yeah, I feel floaty and fluffy. And why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because when you get the message, even before you ask the question of floating, right? And being kind of dizzy, and lots of ringing in the right side of your head. Okay. They're leading you towards the future. And your body will actually appreciate the movement. This took a turn, didn't it? Many of the people that watch this and others are going to go through the wormhole. That's the dizzy. Okay, there's people that are going to geographic movement, Sherry. Okay, some will have it happen. Some will have it happen in the morning after they wake up or soon before they wake up as an introduction. As an introduction to, I almost said the word. Okay, wow, oh my God. Oh my gosh, come on. Right there. Wow, I'm like in a different place right now. I mean, it is truly different. It's truly different. It's like I'm looking out of a magnifying glass. I'm in my place, right? I'm in my house. Doesn't feel like I am. Oh, gotcha. So we're telling you this so that when this happens to yourself, you'll understand what it is. He says, unfortunately, many will not think that it's that. They will head to the ER. They will head to their doctor. They will go someplace. This is what's going on with me. And they can find nothing wrong with you. That's happened to 2 people that I know already. Because they didn't really believe that's what was going on. And they can find nothing wrong with them at all. At all. Yes. Our energy is expanding. Our energy expanding and engulfing more people, bringing more people close to us. More than ever before, we're on the cusp. Many are on the cusp of realizing that they need light support. Light support, right? You're the light. They're amazed at the people that when humans have an experience, they don't Google it. I know. Very interesting. How they don't know what to do. Well, if you're not using Google for all your questions, again, you can be lost in the dark. If you need a human to tell you, you'll be the one who asks, who understands the people that come to you, right? Because you'll be channeling. He says it's because they're afraid of who they'll be. They're afraid of being that person. They're afraid of, they're in deep fear of their future. Deep fear of their future. Many don't want that responsibility, but their souls knew different. Many will, wait, hang on. Ooh, right there. Many will, third dimensionally, try to sabotage. Try to sabotage. Yes, yes. They have yet to understand that their ego, the voice in their head, is not their friend. Is not their friend. They claim that it's not their ego, but we know different. Because the ego is multifaceted. It truly is. It has learned over 12,000 years or more how to manipulate us. Big time, because it has to survive. Third dimensional instinct, right? It knows that if you die, I die, meaning ego. So it's going to do everything it possibly can, even if I know. Old traditional ways. Try everything it possibly can out of the blue. Things that you do not know that it can do this lifetime. Pulling out all the stops. Pulling out all the stops. Because it knows what, it's starting to know what that light is. Starting to know what that light is. And damn determined to keep us away from there. It doesn't know that it can't. It doesn't know that it can't do that. It doesn't know that it can't stop us. Because eventually they're just going to, my gosh, now they're in my crown chakra. Because eventually what's going to happen is they're going to pick us up and move us. Physically. Okay? And I can't wait till that happens for some people. They Bill, I went across my living room floor and my feet were off the ground. I just ended up in the chair. Well, guess what? They're going to do that because they need to get you to believe who you are. They need to get you to yes. He says, pick them up, put them in the chair, and make them feel, okay, I understand what that is. I understand what that is. But right behind that, ego's right there, willing to swoop in and sabotage that. Sabotage that. Okay. Okay, I get it. Okay. When you get the nudge that you're moving, don't try to figure out why or how. Do not. It's already taken care of. It's already taken care of. Sometimes we have to move people away from people. Because they're afraid of pushing those people away. Truly. Their blood, whatever. I've known them for 52 years, whatever. I've known them since kindergarten. Yeah, really good. Put that away. Again, understand energy lines, right? Everyone in our life has an energy line, either from this lifetime or a past life. If somebody comes into your life in school, junior high, high school, things like that, college, they're not long-term. Not long-term, okay? If they come into your life at like my age, like 64, what the hell's backing up? Really? Gosh. And Daisy's on it like she's a freaking guard dog. It's so funny. When it comes in later in our life, like after 50, 55, whatever, very short timeline, just like when we're in school. Okay? We're finishing up. We're getting rid of all those spare timelines that we have for people that we're meeting in this lifetime. Fascinating. All this lifetime. And soulmates are being removed. Again, energy removed. Energy removed. Energy removed from past lives. In this lifetime. We're cleaning all our third dimensional things up so we can remember when we were in 5D long ago. We came from 5D into the experiment that is third dimension for 12,000 years or more. Yeah. Chimes. All of your relatives, all of your family tree, all of your everything is on you. You chose to be the person, possibly others in your family, Daisy, stop, that is going to rid your family of all the third dimensional energy, their memories, their survival instinct, all of those types of things. So that when we all move in to fifth dimension, it's easier for them. You pick that. You chose to be the one who was the light, the torch, the leader. See? And absolutely, you won't want to do it. You never think you're going to do it. Trust me, you're going to do it. Just accept it. How am I going to do it? I want to plan. Don't plan. It is not a planning time. Planning time is over with. It's gone. It's gone. I talked to somebody this week, and I had the hardest time getting them to understand that you have to allow. You have to allow. If you're not going to flow and allow, I think he's going to punch you in the face, basically. Punch in the chest, basically, right? Because they need you to be there. They need you to be in higher dimensional energy, and they're going to get you there any way that they can. But if you are sitting there thinking about, oh, how's it going to happen? How am I going to do? Is it worth it for me? I wonder who I'm going to be. Give that up. Been there, done that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. The blessing is in 2024, it lasts about 30 seconds before that's like gone. Or if they haven't worked with their ego yet, ego is going to hold onto that and it's going to paralyze you. Trust me. It's going to paralyze you. And during the Mercury Retrograde, you're going to be freaking crazy as hell. Crazy as hell. Because we all know Mercury Retrograde, right? Everything is jacked up. We're not happy. We're frustrated. We're just absolutely in a place until we understand which house it's in our birth chart, right? And we pay attention to that. We do our guided meditations and we do our affirmations every day. And I'm telling you, the lighter that you get, the more into 5D your head becomes. All those things make sense. If you're not talking to your spirit guides before you go to bed at night, and when you wake up in the morning, I don't want you to have to go through that because it can be hell. It can be hell. Unless you're strong enough to rebuke it, right? Well, eventually we're not strong enough because it's exhausting. That's why the energy is so tangible. Like I know what it is. I know what it is every day. I know what's coming. We all do, right? I mean, you guys watch, if you watch Coaching for the Soul, then you know what the hell's going on, right? And you have to remember what you've learned, what makes sense to you, especially when something happens, like the shooting. When Spirit said months ago, it's gonna be a freaking clown show. It's gonna be a freaking circus. Don't even, and then all of the other stuff that was before that and after that, and all the turmoil that is there, because they're upsetting the apple cart because they have to. Third dimensional traditional stuff is gone. It's gone, right? And we truly have to go with the flow. You've got to go with the flow. Because if you don't go with the flow, you are the obstruction to ascension. You're that post in the sand, wooden post in the sand that's been, all the way down, and it's there for 50 years, let's say. And when there's a hurricane, guess what? The hurricane goes around it until it takes it with it. That's them. That's them. Because you're going anyway. You really are. Learn how to flow. Learn how to allow. Learn how. How do I flow? Spirit, how do I flow? Right? Because you're independently going to learn. You are going to independently know. And you're also going to independently teach other people. Individually. Independently. And then we all come together at certain times in 25, 26, and beyond to have seminars. And that's what really starts to get going. It really starts to get going. Because they're popping up like whack-a-mole. And we start to understand more and more about the universe. We start to understand more and more about Saturn and Jupiter and Mars and Neptune and Uranus and Pluto and Mercury and Venus. That's exactly what is going to happen as we go forward. It's all going to be unsealed, Spirit says. And it's true. And it's true. Because I know. They already know it, Bill. They already know it. Of course they do. Ego tries to hide it from them. But we're stronger. Let it happen. Let it happen. Right? Don't be in fear. Like, I'll tell you something today. That I thought they raised my rent like $65. Well, I read the paper today. It's only $10. So I'm going to sign another lease as cautionary because I believe I'm moving September. The only obstruction is buying the house and the dog. Dog's got to go through processing for rabies because it's a non-rabies state, and it takes 30 days for us to get for me to get the paperwork back after having blood tests and sending documentation and pictures and all those kinds of things. Say that's 30 days. Well, it's the 18th. There's no way we're moving in a month. Could just walk away, whatever, I guess, but still being in 3D, still being who I am, right? I'm like, miraculously can happen, okay, but I'd have to start that paperwork for the dog soon. Now that doesn't mean, they haven't told me this yet, that doesn't mean that they're not going to change the processing time and I get it done in 2 weeks. I don't know. I'm not privy to that. I'm allowing. How long is it going to take me to get rid of all my stuff in my house? I know someone's going to come in and I'm going to give it to a resettled person, but I got plants and stuff like that that need to find homes. Will it happen fast? Definitely. They keep saying, Bill, it's going to happen really, really fast. Don't worry about anything. It's going to be, and I'm not worried at all. I just need to make sure that for my sake, I get out. I don't have to sign the lease, right? If we get it all done in 6 weeks, cool, fine, it's all good. But again, third dimensional Bill, still have some in me, right? Just in case. And if I do sign it, I'll break it, and they can charge me money. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I know with the Lemurian messages, it's coming fast. Coming very fast. Very fast. And there's going to be more than me. Yeah. Same as you guys. I'm telling you. You all have a mission that's coming up. Stop worrying about money because you're going to be wealthy with the ancient money. Trust me. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. They're never, ever going to put you in lack again. No. It's past us. It's past us. Does it mean that until it comes, you have to manage? Oh yeah, you got to manage. But affirmations work on that. I'm a magnet for financial abundance and miracles. I'm a magnet for financial abundance and miracles. And I'm a magnet for financial abundance and miracles. My business, after doing that for a month, is 100% better than it was before. I believe it. It's true. Again, them giving me the belief as we go forward, closer and closer to Hawaii. Yeah. Path is clear. There's nothing stopping me from going. There's nobody here that I need to stay for. Pick up the dog and go. That's what happens to everybody when they need you at the right place at the right time. It's like airplanes. The airline companies have to get the plane at the right place, so they fly it empty to that destination a lot of the times. Same with us. They got to get us in place to be able to have our new adventure, have our new life, have our new everything. Abundance, love. We've ended our codependencies. 2 top things. So understand that. That's coming. Again, do not listen to the freaking circus outside. There's more stuff coming with the Democrats, right? More stuff coming. Joe Biden has COVID. They tell me that's going to be the reason that he drops out of the race. And then Kamala Harris goes up, and Gavin Newsom, which I've talked about before, goes up, and they win. Plain and simple. All right. So because all of a sudden Democrats are all enthused about it when it happens, and if he sticks in it, cool. They're going to win no matter what. So it's better. It's better that again, and trust that, understand that. Yes, understand that. Again, God and our spirit guides are freaking amazing, right? Freaking amazing. Trump gets hit in the ear, so they say, and on the Democratic side, he has a bad he has a bad debate, right? Because he's sick. He's probably been sick for months. Because if you don't take care of yourself, if they need you to change, they're going to put you on your back if you don't take care of yourself. Don't take care of yourself, see? So it's all in place. It's all in place. And we have to support that. Whichever way you go. Just telling you what they tell me. No slight on, I know who I'm going to vote for, and I'm going to do it anyway. So, and you guys pretty much know where I stand with that. Everybody has their individual beliefs. Do it. Just vote. Just vote. Wherever you're at, just vote. It's so important. It's so important. Democracy is at stake, guys. Plain and simple. If you want to live this life, you know which way to vote. Because the other way is going to take it away from us. And that is total 3D. That is total effing 3D. Like 11th century, 12th century, 13th century. Where these are the bosses and there's everybody else. And the rich get richer. But I will tell you, I had this conversation today with somebody from them. Bottom down is done. Top down is done. Bottom up starts in 2025. Again, no more homeless people, no more people that are hungry, no more people need to be on assistance. All right, and the rich and corporations are going to pay for it. Plain and simple. There's no even I'm telling you, plain as day. I started talking about this in 2019, right? And supplemental income is coming in 25 or 26. Okay, 26. $1,000 a month. Okay, every adult, over 18, over 21, whatever it's going to be, who doesn't make more than $300,000 a year, whatever it is. Because $300,000 in Detroit is different than $300,000 in New York City or LA or even any place in California or even Colorado. Those places are expensive to live. Everything's expensive there. In Michigan, not really. People, freak out because, soda's expensive. Pop's expensive, if you buy a bottle of pop. Now it's $2.49 plus a deposit for a 20 ounce. It's crazy. But how bad do you want that pop? I bought one yesterday because I was just yearning for some. Okay, whatever. I don't care. That's what I want. And as that stuff settles down, right, as it's doing already, companies are understanding that they jack the price up too high because that's bottom up. Top down is done. If we raise the price to $6.29 for a bag of chips, 10-ounce chips, 12-ounce chips, I don't know who's buying that. Just on a matter of WTF. But the store brand is 3 for $6 at Meijer. Same bag. Probably same chip. See? So again, it's already in motion, right? It's already in motion. Where greedy. And then, oh shit. Okay. Price comes down. They're on sale. This, that. We notice that. It's meant to get us off kilter. Why? So that we're easily manipulated. 3D. Yeah. You can see the contrast. You can truly see the contrast if you are looking at it from an objective point of view. Yeah. And allowing them to lead you, to guide you. Yeah. Okay. I don't want to fast. Okay. I'm still doing sale readings it's probably going to go through the end of the month. $85 for a half hour, $105 for an hour, which is $50 off each. Pretty good deal. I'm not doing anything else. Everything else is like on hold. I'm still doing element packages. I shouldn't say that. Coaching for the Soul memberships. And the people in that, which a lot of them watch this, and they also are in the private Facebook group, asking questions back and forth. I'm posting more and more astrology things in there. We're going to have a once a month Zoom call for an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever, on like a Wednesday night, like Wednesday at 7. I don't know. That's what Spirit told me today. Wednesday at 7, and that'll be good. Yeah. So if you're interested in coaching and things like that, having Coach for the Soul like a Thursday directed towards you, specifically for you, check it out on billhobart.com. Yeah. And like I said, readings are on sale, billhobart.com. And if you need me, you know where to find me. Yeah. Drink lots of water, eat lots of real food, get yourself in the freaking sun, get yourself outside, go to the water, get yourself outside, put your freaking butt on the ground and your feet on the ground without shoes on. Go to a park, do whatever you got to do, right? But get yourself outside. In the morning or at night after it's not so hot, whenever, just make sure that you're taking care of yourself. You've got to take care of yourself. Self-care right now is your number one priority. All right? So I'll see you next Thursday for Coach for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. See you guys.